Here's a quick way to diagnose if you have a leak from behind your door panel on an F-150, 250, 350, etc. This particular truck has a right front floor leak, but it could be left front, any other floor, rears. And there's any number of places these trucks can leak, but I'm dealing with this specific one here today, coming out from under the door panel. So what happens is water is spilling over the scuff plate, which isn't there right now because they're drying the carpet out here. Spills over there and gets into that little channel right there that I'm pointing at, where the wiring harness is. That's probably about an inch, inch and a half deep, maybe 2 inches, so it can really hold some water. What it's doing is it's coming out from under the door panel and spilling over. All right, well, water should never ever be inside your door panel anyway. Behind this door panel, there's an inner splash shield that's sort of like maybe a vinyl or rubberish, and it's glued around to the door behind here. And if it's come loose down at the bottom, water will get into the door panel and spill over into the scuff plate. And this is not the only kind of vehicle this can happen on, but this is the one I'm working on, so I'm going to show you. All right, now, whoever traded this truck in, this is a used vehicle, they knew they had a problem, because a lot of people think it's the door drains, and sometimes it is the door drains, but they're little. I've got my finger on it, but somebody has removed the rubber plug out of this one. This is not supposed to be a drain. And people remove these all the time because it fills up, and it will drain from here, but then it'll still got water down in here where it's not supposed to be. Usually you enlarge these drains, take a small screwdriver, stick it up in there, tweak it a little bit, and enlarge the hole. This is just a bad design where it turns over right here and gets really narrow. It's easy for it to get clogged up. Anyway, but my point is, somebody knew they had this leak or they wouldn't have pulled that loose. So here's how you determine if this is your leak. If this isn't it, and if this doesn't do what I'm about to show you it does, then you have another leak. Okay, so you're going to take a little, one of these tools, or you can take a pocket knife. I've used a pocket knife many times. You just slide it in between the rubber and the window, and it gives you a little gap. It'll simulate, an hour's worth of rain in a couple of seconds. And you take some water, pour it back there. All right, boom. That's more water than would get there in the next 20 minutes if you're just using a hose. And you open up the door and look, and look at that. Look at that water. Should never ever be there. If you have water there, then it's coming out from under the door panel, as you can see. See the water coming out from under the door panel? There never ever should be water there. It's not supposed to be. And you can see how dirty it is right there, and that streak right there. This thing leaks. It's been leaking. Anyway, that's the leak on this one. The fix is to pull the door panel, reseal that thing. Sometimes you can just kind of wipe it off, and it's got this sticky butyl goo on it, and sometimes you can just press it on there and it'll stick and it'll be okay. Other times you need to add some. Anyway, that's how you figure out if this is your leak. So if you've got a leak on one of your floors and you can't figure out where it's coming from, you may want to do this test. Questions, comments, let me know.